Hi guys, Tim here from KombTV. We're very privileged to have an international guest with us today. Ingrid Owen is the Vice President of Group Fitness at 24 Hour Fitness, and she's been kind enough to give us a little bit of her time. She's just freshly off the stage at Filex, presenting on a couple of the group fitness topics that we'll be covering. But thank you very much, Ingrid. I know it's a big effort to come off straight off stage and then a bit of jet lag in there, I'm too sure.
Yeah,
and
there's
still
a little bit
speak
of
to
that, but my pleasure. This is great.
Thank you very much. Now, tell me, Filex, tell me about what you were, tell our audience, which predominantly fitness professionals and people interested in fitness. I think the topics that you covered in Filex are actually quite fascinating for the people we're speaking to. Do you mind giving us a little insight into them?
So there were actually 4 topics, all related to 24 Hour Fitness, the company I work for. The first one that I delivered yesterday was on creating a dream team. And so when you think about the teams that you work with and that deliver that experience, whether it's in fitness or anywhere else, it's always about the engaged team member and how do you create that. So we talked about that yesterday. This morning I spoke about maximizing your group fitness impact and what that can really do for your business. It's a very passionate subject for me because that's where my roots are from. So we spent, it was a great crowd this morning. I just came off of the one where we spoke about building a service-minded culture, and fitness typically is well known to be a very sales-driven culture.
Sure.
It takes a bit of a paradigm shift for our staff as well as our members and customers in the culture to really believe that we really are about delivering great service for them every time they come into the club. So we talked about that this afternoon, and tomorrow, again, one of my favorite topics. I've had the privilege of running both personal training and Group X together at 24 Hour Fitness. And so I'm going to share some insights about how to create an integrated team where PT and Group X are really cohesive and collaborative versus what I dare say sometimes is combative.
So Ingrid, do you think there is I mean, we're obviously in Australia, so we feel we're a few years behind what most people in the world are doing, and we're okay with that. But do you feel there's a real push, especially to come from that service side now, to really start looking at what we can be doing that and rather drive the success of the business from the service side rather than getting our sales right as the first and foremost sort of aspect of gym training?
I think if you're not thinking that way, you need to rethink, because it's who the customer is today. And so at some point, and this is a lot of what we talked about this afternoon, at some point you've got to realize that culture and customers change with time, and we need to change too to stay relevant.
Absolutely.
And so in order to really stay relevant, customers are about experience and community and not necessarily about that sales process that continues to drive that. They want a great value for the money that they're spending, but they'll spend it if they really feel connected.
Absolutely.
And so what are the things that we can do to really drive connection and community and that source of belonging? Absolutely. And that's retention, and that's service, and it's really delivering service on their terms, not on ours.
Yeah. I think it's a fascinating concept. I mean, it's really, and you touched on the point of creating these dream teams for the smaller gym owners and things out there going, all right, well, you know, it's me and a small little army that I've got behind me. Are there a couple of tips you could maybe just suggest to them about the first points of call to be looking for creating this sort of dream team?
Absolutely. I don't know that it matters if you run 1 club, 100 clubs, or 400 clubs. I think first and foremost, it always will come down to vision. Because it's not just your members that want to feel like they belong to something bigger than themselves, your team members do too.
Absolutely.
And so what you need to create, again, regardless of how big or small your club is, you need to create a vision that people can rally behind. And so what is it? What's your purpose? What are you here to do? It can't just be open your doors and make money. It's different than that today.
Absolutely.
So most folks are in the fitness business for the primary reason, and this is what they say: we want to change lives. Yeah. Of course you do. Put a little more color behind that in terms of who you are as a business. And so I think there's facets where you need to connect to your team, because, and we talked about this, a bit yesterday. The general rule of thumb is your team member will serve the club member to the degree and in the way that they feel served by the company, and the company is you.
Makes so much sense.
Right? And so it is about creating that sense of connectedness, and I'm here for you, and so now you're here for them, and you're either serving the customer or you're serving the person who's serving the customer. You got to do that.
It's such a it's such an interesting point because you're lecturing here or providing information on the fitness industry, but really these are universal business skills. So
it's really all that it is.
It will fit in anywhere. So if you guys watching that, yeah, this is not fitness related. I mean, apply this to any aspect of your life, you're going to get the results that you're after.
I would agree.
We are obviously aligned with Fit for Good as we hear the announcement come, which will be great for our market. If anyone's there, we'll actually have a listen. Good to know.
Oh, and someone may have just gotten shot, but it's okay.
It's all happening as you close on the second day. People are getting tired. Ingrid, we might know we're associated with Fit for Good, and I'm sure you've met Lisa of your travels with Phyllis. So passionate about driving this charity, and we're working with her. Could you give me a little insight into your thoughts of the importance of actually having a fit and healthy lifestyle? And I guess it's that engagement of you personally, but also engaging communities to create a better world of people being active.
How much time do we have in this interview?
Well, yeah, exactly. But I mean, you know, it is the importance of it that you've seen in your travels in life.
So one of the foundational beliefs at 24 Hour Fitness, as well as that I hold dear, which one of the reasons I've worked for them as long as I have, it's almost 17 years now, because the foundational beliefs are really aligned. And it's that wellness begins with fitness. And fitness is foundational to wellness. It really is. I mean, you've got to, this is the temple you've been given. You've got to take care of it in order to really do all the things you're supposed to do in life. That's what being healthy is all about, is just having the energy to just go do those things. And that's why our health is so important. And so I believe it's foundational for us. One of the other facets that I oversee at 24 Hour Fitness is youth fitness. And so I'm a big believer in, for lack of a better way to say it, preventative maintenance. So if we can introduce children to the concepts of fitness, and that fitness is fun, in the same way, I mean, we do it now for adults, but we've got to retrain adults. Right? You got to teach them that because they've kind of grown up where it maybe hasn't been as important, and now they're in a place where they have to do it because their health is dictating it. What if we can get it into the hands of kids now?
Absolutely.
And make it a way of life now so that we prevent the future from happening where they have to come to us one day because their health is failing.
Absolutely. And I think people don't understand because we also have a generation that haven't quite half grabbed the concept of fitness. But if we get the children or the youth to even make small changes, the astronomical difference in the long run is just, it's a different life.
Well, there's a lot of research out there right now, really scary research, that says this generation of kids, my kids, will not have the same life expectancy of us. It's going down.
It's frightening.
Because obesity is on the rise. They don't do much activity. The food and the preservatives is crap that they're eating. And so the life expectancy is actually going down. We've got a big if we're in, to all of you, if you're in fitness, we have a responsibility.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ingrid, I want to thank you for your time. I know this is the end of the day and you've just come off stage, but we really appreciate you giving some insights. And yeah, thank you for supporting Fit for Good.
Thank you.